What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology forecast for the weekend of October 17th through the 18th of 2020. Brian here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Welcome to a brand new dimension, my friends, my family. So nice to have you here. I'm glad you made it. I would say today I'm feeling a little pressure release, I guess you could say. I was feeling a lot of that build up for that new moon, and I can say that I think there's a lot of positives in life right now. And it's just a matter of perspective and how you want to look at it. And you can look at things in a chaotic manner, or you can look at them in a, more individuated sense of your reality manner and what you actually have and what your actual desires are. And I think that's important for where we are in the astrology this weekend. We're going to have that sun that's going to move to 25 degrees. It's going to really start pressing on Saturn. So we're still feeling that Saturn, and it's a hard square. Like, people born with this transit, it's hard. You feel like you have to work hard. And I think we do have to find this sense of working hard to find balance within other people in our life. And it's not easy. I would say that we have to be really understanding, and, we have to be really even like focused on what we truly want as an individual right now, so that we can push forward in ways that are, more constructive, more harmonized with what we want to create in our life. And then we got that moon right here that's going to be moving into Scorpio. It's at 9 degrees there. Kind of hard to see. 8 degrees. So it's going to move over, Juno and Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Now, the moon's in fall position in Scorpio. So, these dignities down here, like -4 for the moon, -9 getting squared by Saturn in fall position, not doing so hot for Mercury, -5. Venus is holding on with a 0, even in fall position. So even though Venus is in opposition to Neptune, it's like, doing okay. And then, of course, Mars at +5, Saturn +7, Jupiter getting wrecked in Capricorn with the square to Mars, a dignified Mars. So, there's just, I feel like this weekend could have a feeling of, just kind of like, gotta get through to see the light. And it might feel that way, but in a sense it's not like the worst weekend, I would say. We do have the moon and Mercury retrograde. They're going to oppose Uranus. So I think we're just really trying to get down to the nitty gritty of what we desire in life, and emotionally trying to bring that stuff up and see the light. And it's like, if we can go deep within and see the light within us, that divine light that we all have, we're going to be fine. Like, we're going to be good. We're going to, make things work. We're going to find balance, but we got to, sometimes dig deep in the face of anything hard that might come up and might, be transformative. I think there's a lot of transformative energy going on, coming off the Pluto squares and just overall, and Jupiter's getting really close to Pluto now. So this Capricorn energy is tight. And, it's definitely trying to, I would say, it's going to start showing its strength here soon. I feel like in this new month and this new cycle that we just entered, like there's going to be some extreme stuff. I mean, obviously the election's going to come up here soon. So, I mean, anything could pop up, and I think we just got to expect the unexpected. And when it comes up in life, we just got to hold true to what our deep values are, and, find some deeper sense of value within ourselves and within, the relationship we have to the security within us. And to just know that, in terms of the future of what could come and what could be built, we have to, kind of let go of security, but be secure in the unknown and be secure in what may be, and always have that confidence within us to, just bring it up and have some passion and some intensity for just the life that we get to live. So we have Mars at 19 degrees. It's going to, really start pressing on Jupiter this weekend to make that exact square. So Jupiter's, Jupiter's feeling it right now. And, the more we try to squeeze our big old ego of what we have all these beliefs in and what we think is right through that tiny door, I think we're going to find that we get stuck. And, we got to fit through the door that's open, that's ready for us to, step through towards our destiny, towards our mission here. And that's going to be a big help for where we're trying to go. As individuals and, with our own soul and what we want to accomplish in life. So of course it's different for everybody, but, there's doors opening, and it's just a matter of finding the one that's open that you fit through, that, you're divinely meant to go through, and not trying to just pry one open or, force your way down some path that isn't meant for you. And you're going to intuitively know. I believe that for sure. I think we're in a heightened sense, if you will, of intuition in general. So it's just like listening to that and rolling with it. We got Neptune, and Venus is going to oppose Neptune this week. And it's really intense too this weekend, because it is starting to really make a mutable cross to the nodes. Of course, they're in opposition naturally, so I don't really need to put that line there, but this is, we're really stepping into that new dimension I talked about. Like, I think there's this dimension of bringing the spiritual nature really to reality, finding the comfort, building that relationship, and seeing the purity in that is so important. And we just, we got to make the right decisions and trust the intuition and not think that we're blocked from something beautiful. I think the beauty is when you're in your pure identity, when you're in your pure self, and you have to trust that and not think that it's an illusion. You just have to roll with it. And I think there's a lot of beauty to come. So that that's the basis of Saturday. We'll get into Sunday here, and it's the same story with the essential dignities, like Moon -4, -9 for the Sun, -5 for Mercury, Venus, same spiel. So it's a hard weekend in a sense that, we got to go deep within ourselves to find the light. We're not just going to get it. Like, there's really no benefic energy that's just lashing out right now. We do get Venus exactly opposing Neptune on Sunday. So, this is intense stuff. Like, how do we really want to connect with reality right now? And are we going to get duped into some reality we don't want to live in? Like, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do anymore. I'm going to keep saying that, because this is really a time where, even in Helio, and I don't have that chart up here, but Jupiter and Pluto, from the Sun's point of view, are in Aquarius now. We're feeling Aquarian energy, and it's time to step into your own path from the consensus and trust your intuition and trust that higher mind, if you will, and not get duped into some reality you don't want to live in because of other people's beliefs that aren't of your own, But at the same time, we still have to use that left brain and be analytical of what we want to bring to the table in our life and what we want to create. And, I think there's a fine line that we got to kind of tightrope across within ourselves, and within, the reality we want to take. Do we want to, I don't want to use the word, but do we want to just go about everything that's being told to us by the media? Or is your media something bigger? Is there a more spiritual truth? And that's the one that you want to hold on to right now. Because the other ones are probably going to start to get really weird here. Neptune squaring the nodes for the next 6 months. Not 6 months, probably about 4 or 5 months. But this is long lasting, and they're ratcheting up. And I think this can really mess with people's minds and really bring a lot of uncertainty and unclarity and make a lot of things seem like an illusion. So, I think it's important that we step into our ultimate values now of the reality we want to create and build that really personal relationship with ourselves. Again, Mercury retrograde is going to start to move almost to 9, opposing Uranus. Mercury retrograde is trying to have us really go deep and internal within our mind to uncover some deep truth and to, find the power to, make things happen, to understand, the deepest of desires. And, we got to figure out what we're obsessing over that we need to let go of. Sometimes we just have to let go of something we're obsessed with so that we can uncover the true desire of what the soul really wants. And that moon's going to start to finish up in Scorpio, and it is going to trine the Capricorn energy. Sextile. So, it's also going to trine over to Neptune. That's what I was thinking too. So I'd say the moon's in a pretty good position. It's also going to sextile Venus. So Sunday isn't so bad in a sense that I think we can really find out our values, find out who we want to merge with in relationships, find some sort of purity in our life from deep down within, even though that moon's in fall position, that's going to support us and open up doors to something great in our life that we want to go down, and something we want to build and create. But we have to, be willing, I would say, to go down the deep, dark hallway so that we can see the bright light at the end of the tunnel. And that might be something that changes the game, And then the moon's kind of getting that weird yod that I brought up to the north node. Is going to quincunx the north node with Pluto and Jupiter quincunx. So there is, I would say, this fated divine deep pull to merge with something big and something deep within you. Especially as the sun comes off that square to Saturn. I think it can feel like polarities are just too much, and I think people could almost feel a guilt within them with this Capricorn energy. And if you're ever feeling guilty for anything that you have to do within relationships or in your life because you're doing what you want to do, you have to forgive yourself. It's not your fault, which can be hard. But we have to learn to forgive ourselves and not carry guilt and not beat ourselves up over any hard decisions we have to make that's better for our future. And, a lot of that. We do get, Mars is going to come off the square to Jupiter on Sunday. So there's a lot of intense stuff this weekend, but I think there's a crack in the door that's just waiting for you. It's just big enough for you to fit through, and you got to go deep, put on the detective hat, find that door, find that crack to something amazing, something beautiful this weekend. And I would say this weekend has a lot of positivity. It's just, you kind of got to dig for it. It might not just pop up out of nowhere, but if it does pop up out of nowhere, grab it and take it. Because I think there's beautiful things that are happening for a lot of people. So I wouldn't say that this is a negative weekend for people. I think it's just a matter of stepping into a place where a more individuated, a more Uranian place, a more, breaking away from consensus norms of what we're told has to be, because that structure is on its way out. And it might not be tomorrow, it might not be next year, but we got Saturn and Jupiter coming into Aquarius at the end of this year. We got Pluto coming into Aquarius in 2024. The age of Aquarius is getting just kickstarted. So I think you have to understand Aquarian energy and how it is the disconnection from societal norms and from restriction and from Saturn's grasp into a more unique, rebellious state of where you can innovate from. And people are going to come to this place naturally. You guys all came here to this channel, right? So it's like that. And that's what we're coming towards. And, it's a merge with some higher power. It's a merge with source. And we come to that place, and, that's where we can start innovating and building amazing structures in this life. But we can't build those structures if we're still playing the old games, which doesn't even have to start right now. But I just want to put it in your mind. It's something to consider, and maybe it resonates, maybe it doesn't. But this is, the change of what's coming over the next decade. So we have to be willing to be smart and initiate in life where we want to go. A lot of cardinal energy. This is definitely taking steps forward to better ourselves and to keep better people around us, to keep better company, and to merge with that better company and with a higher power, to find people on that frequency that matches. Aquarius too is the two waves. So in a sense, it is breaking away from the collective wave and stepping into another wave that wants to fix things and make things a little bit more free. The time's coming, naturally. Everything's evolving. We're in a huge place right now of evolution. So I would say that this weekend's a big time to look at the deep stuff and to, be the detective in your life for what you want and what you want to create. And, you might find something really beautiful when you go deep down there. So don't be afraid of the dark. I'm going to shuffle my cards again because I get a lot of people, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but like once or twice a week, someone's like, you pull a lot of reverse cards. And like, they're not wrong. And I shuffle these cards a lot. I shuffle them like the whole time I'm setting up pretty much. And I cleanse them too. I got like a whole little, I got stuff. I got stuff over here. So I'll shuffle a little bit right here. But we'll see what the card is for this weekend. Maybe I'll pull a Black Moon Astrology card too. Ha! The Eight of Wands reversed. So, I think we're trying to go to somewhere amazing. And, in the end, this is like, do you not want to take action? It is, the arrows of love, right? And it's got Cupid shooting the arrow back down. I think we got to find love for people, whether we get them or not. There's a sense of we need to come together. There's a sense of just understanding. We don't want to listen to Saturn anymore. I would say that we kind of want to break away from that game. But at the same time, it's like there's a lot of good people out there that still have their beliefs. And that's okay. And I think if we're not willing to take action for something bigger, something more passionate, more pure, we're just going to be stuck in that same game. And we got to find the love, the arrows of love. So that's reversed. Let's see what these bad boys have to say. These I can't even pull reversed. So you're in luck. But of course that card ended up being reversed. So funny. Beep, 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 beep. What do we got? The Jupiter return. Benefits. There we go. That's what we needed. I think there's really good things to come. Like sometimes we got to go through these big cycles, and the Jupiter return is every 12 years, right? It wants to come bring some gifts, and sometimes we could expect too much from Jupiter. He doesn't always deliver, but it is those little gifts that we might come about this weekend that can make all the difference in the world. And we need to see the benefit in life right now. Just that we're here and that we're awake and conscious, and we can create something amazing in our life, and that could be everything. And whatever chaos is in the world, like, is it your chaos? I think that's kind of something we have to ask ourselves, because then you're taking away the benefit of the life you have. And I understand that everybody's in a different place, and depending on where you are and where you were put at on this earth to experience life, it's different for everybody, and I'm not trying to discredit that. But I think there's still positivity that can be taken from any situation. It's just a matter of getting to that place and seeing something beautiful in front of you and let that light guide you. I love you all very much, as always, sending you my best, and I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you for the weeklies for all 12 signs, and I'll see you on Monday for Monday's horoscope. Bless you all, and take care. Peace.